What's up, boys and girls? Tommy Nichols here, Blue Collar Boys, and I have something I gotta say about President Biden's statement on guns and the Second Amendment. Let's get it. You see, the other day, while speaking on his so-called crime bill, he made the statement that no one needs to have a weapon that can fire over 30, 40, 50, even up to 100 rounds, unless you think the deer are wearing Kevlar vests or something. You see, there's the problem. This amendment was never about deer or hunting, but you see, that is the narrative they so often push. You know, the ones that guns can only be used for hunting. So why does anyone need an AR-15, or as they so wrongfully call the Armalite rifle, an assault rifle, or needs more than 10 rounds? Well, the Second Amendment reads like this, guys. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. You have the individual right to arm yourself. Say that again. You have the individual right to arm yourself. The amendment also firmly establishes that the government cannot infringe upon that right. So let's break it down a bit, okay? A well-regulated militia. The term militia mentioned in the Second Amendment's opening line refers to the American people, and as George Mason said, I ask, sir, what is the militia? It is the whole people, except for few public officials. A Supreme Court ruling has established that the right to keep and bear arms is an individual right unrelated to one's status in a militia. Next lines are being necessary to the security of a free state. The founders felt that citizens should be able to protect themselves against the government if ever it became tyrannical, as well as other threats to their well-being or their freedom. The amendment would grant citizens that right by giving them the ability to defend themselves and their property, and though times have certainly changed, the need for defenses afforded by the Second Amendment have, in fact, remained much the same. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. To me, the most important part. The final line states that citizens have the individual right to own firearms for lawful purposes and that the government may not interfere with that right. We'll say that again. The final line states that citizens have the individual right to own firearms for lawful purposes and that the government may not interfere with that right. The Fourth Amendment, which protects another fundamental individual right, uses similar language, and it reads, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. Okay? The likeness is notable because it affirms that the Founding Fathers intended the Second Amendment to protect an individual right. The District of Columbia versus Heller, which itself is a landmark Supreme Court case about the Second Amendment, in fact, even references this very comparison. We all can and should own guns, guys, as well as form groups like the Santa Rosa Militia and the Santa Rosa Volunteers, amongst others, to always ensure that the U.S. government can never become that crazed, tyrannical beast that we will be forced one day to put down, just as jolly old England was when we put the boot of Uncle Sam to them. So, if you think the Second Amendment is about hunting, Mr. President, well then you're either ignorant or you simply don't care, and you will do whatever you must to see that an agenda is pushed and the wants of a party are put before the God-given rights of we, the people. I'm Tommy Nichols. This is the Blue Collar Voice. Toodles.